story time, guys. Let me tell you guys how my 13 years relationship ended. Yes, you heard me right, 13 years. So basically, I've been with this person for 13 years. Although there were ups and downs in the relationship, and and I relocated to the UK at a point. Then we rekindled in the UK when he came. As at then, he already became popular and became who he is right now. And it was like, oh, we should be back together. The story will not be sweet without me being there. I was there when he had nothing and all of that. So we continued where we stopped. Like we continued like nothing ever happened and all that. So yeah, and I always come to Lagos. So this time I was in Lagos around November, and I went back to the UK in January. I continued my work. I even recently got a new job as at that January, and all of a sudden this guy was like, come back to Nigeria and I'm gonna sponsor you and fund whatever you need. But I told him that I'm not ready to come back to Nigeria fully. I need to save more money. I don't want to like depend on anybody. And he was like, no, that I should come now. Like it was literally pestering me to come like right now, like come right now. If you don't come now, then that's it. I'm just gonna give you whatever I want to give you whenever you are ready. Like I thought, okay, this man is hammering me to come back home. Probably, he's not getting younger. I'm also not getting any younger. So probably he does not want his woman to be in the UK and him is in Nigeria. And I listened to him. Like I literally had to like, cut off my friends. Like there are some that I didn't even tell I was relocating back to Lagos. Even the new job I got, I had to like disappoint the company and relocated back to Lagos. All because I listened to this man. Yeah. Then I came back to Lagos. He even came to pick me at the airport. Like this was the chain he gave to me, and we went to the house. The next day was his birthday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, and I did my little surprise, my gift and all of that, and that was it. Then I think the second week or that same week of his birthday, he went to the UK. So apparently when he came back from the UK, he came with money counting machine, and I was so surprised that in the UK nobody would ever give you that, because I had planned to buy him this same money counting machine for his business, because he makes money whenever he goes for an event. But I just changed my gift, and I'm like, who got you this machine? Because obviously it's not a man. But he didn't reply me. I'm like, yes, somebody. I'm like, somebody who? Like, is the person a woman? I was like, yes. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I kept on asking him that who gave you this money counting machine, but no response from him whatsoever. Then I just kept quiet. But in my head I was like, my answer would be on his phone. Fortunately for me, I was able to get into his phone. Lo and behold, a girl actually got him that money counting machine. A girl he met up with after his birthday that he went to the UK. Mind you, I was already in Lagos in his house, and he left me in his house to go to the UK to meet up with another person. He has been with this babe since last year. I did not even know, because there was a time we were together in December, because I was in Nigeria in November. I came to upgrade my skills. I make hair in store and I also sell wigs, right? And we planned this whole thing together. I even like paid some influencers for me. Do you understand? I went back to the UK in January. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Somebody called and I was like, who is this person calling? By this time I was like, oh, is sure is a client. The person is a client and she's probably not in Nigeria. That was why she thought she could call by this time. I was like, okay, cool. But it was the same lady that got him this money counting machine from London on his last trip, whereas I was in his house in Nigeria. I was not going to say anything about it, but one day we were just having a conversation. I just chip it in. I was like, seems you have a new catch. I was like, oh, new catch, like she catfish. Then I proceeded that you left me in Lagos in your house. We went to go and meet up with another woman in London. Now, wow, Esha Malo, protection. For 1 hour, like he was thinking of what to say. After an hour, I just replied with laughing emojis. I'm going to attach the chat here. And he said, okay, to the Esha Malo protection. I didn't say anything. The messages were coming in on my phone. I was saying it. I didn't say anything. Now said, now is the time. Like, now is the time that what? So I saw the message. I didn't reply. He called me. I didn't pick the call. Then he was like, let's see, let's talk. Let's see, let's talk. So eventually I said, yes, I'm ready to. Let's see and talk. And I was like, okay. He has, couple of things to do. When he's done, he would come around. Then later on, I think the next day, it's like, oh, he can't make it anymore. And he sent a breakup voice note He literally broke up our 13 years relationship through voice notes after asking me to come back to Nigeria. Like, I really do not even know what his plan was. Like, what did you have in plan for me in the first place? For you to like tell me to abandon what I was doing in the UK and relocate, plan for me in the first place. For you to like tell me to abandon what I was doing in the UK and relocate back to Nigeria. I really even do not understand what his plan was, because I left my life, like I was building my life by myself, and he asked me to relocate back to Lagos just to break up with me, telling me that you want to move on with somebody else. Like, make it make sense. Like, after 13 years, is this what I deserve? Honestly, guys, I don't know if I'm tripping right now, but I'm just like, it's really sad, to be very honest. But why did you bring me back home when you know that you don't have genuine plans for me? Why did you ask me to be coming back right away when you know that you already plan to settle with someone else? You already plan, you already have another woman in the UK. Do you understand? Why did you ask me to come back? Why did you lead me on? That was like a full deceit. Like, why did you ask me? Like, you literally gave me a green light that, okay, babe, come back home, come and start your business properly here in Nigeria, whereas you are building a new life with another person entirely without my knowledge, until I checked your phone. And when I even asked you, you didn't even like feel remorseful about it. You were like, yes, now is the time. I'm not getting any younger. What do you mean by you're not getting any younger? So what happened to my own age? Am I getting younger for 13 years? Like, for 13 years, what was your plan? Do you understand, guys? So, and immediately he sent my things back to me, because remember, when I came back to Nigeria, he came to pick me at the airport and we went straight to his house. So he didn't like, give me that option to like, okay, when are you, can I come and take my things? He sent them to me that same day through Uber. I was like, don't worry, I will pay for the Uber. And that was it. Like, think that I disappointed the new company that just employed me. Like, I didn't even like give them any notice. I just literally stopped working because my man asked me to relocate back to Lagos. So this was just last month. Within a month, you broke things up with me after asking me to come to Lagos. You broke up with me through voice notes that now is the time you want to move on. Like, so your plan was to like lure me back to Nigeria and pay me off, because I mean, that should be the whole point. Like, pay me off and move on. Like, guys, it's really sad, but everyone should just learn from my story, because staying with a man for 13 years is just going to leave you outspoken and,
Guys, relationship these days, na God save o, na God save. Na why I dey always dey talk about self-love and self-care. Always love yourself, put yourself first, because assuming this lady love herself, all this kind of thing that she experienced in this relationship. Imagine your boyfriend breaking up with you, 13 years relationship, just with a voice note on WhatsApp. Does it make sense? Hey, for me, it doesn't make sense. So 13 years of relationship just came out to break it off just like that. So I'll be reading out people's comments, because hey, people have so many things to say. So I just picked some few comments from the post, so let us read it out. So this first person, Foodie, said this conversation is not for social media. Anyways, as long as they have already brought it on here, we have to discuss it and talk about it. So Moku said she's so beautiful, and indeed she's a beautiful lady. So we hope we Nizzy said women, we go through a lot. Guys, women go through a lot, and that's it though. So DJ Farouk said, firstly, she's a really beautiful lady, and I honestly don't understand why he could do such a thing to her, making her relocate to Nigeria because of him, only to move on with another woman or more. Also, I don't think the relationship lasted 13 years. You wearing together for a period of time, so getting back together doesn't automatically add up to all these years. Anyways, I hope she finds someone who truly values her. That's just the fact though. But the fact that they're not together doesn't mean that they were not in a relationship. They were still dating and they are in a relationship. So what are you saying? They are dating, no? Vicky Bear Venture said, this is it. Learn to love yourself. Pick yourself first in everything. I feel for you, Sha. That's just the fact. Women should learn to love themselves first. So Everybody's talking about self-worth. So this person said, where is your self-worth? So Bill said he played you. Don't ever put your life on hold for a man, because most times there won't pause there for you. And that's it though. Must choose yourself, keep growing, keep moving, keep becoming. The right man won't need you to shrink, wait endlessly, or lose your direction just to keep him. Anyways, the last person said, I'm so angry on your behalf, because why could you do this to yourself with an entertainer at that? Now man, you shouldn't have relocated though. That's it, sha. That's it. I really feel for her. Anyways, so guys, what you thought about this? Do you support the guy? I know some people might think that what the guy did, he just did it for himself. But for a lady to just wait for a guy for 13 years doesn't add up at all. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section and let's discuss about this. Don't forget that this is Gist with Ruru. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for latest updates. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.